Hi everybody, welcome back to Talking Business. It's been sort of a long hiatus over the summer and we are just getting back into the swing of the show, so welcome back to you. I am Jackie Rossetti with the City of Somerville.
And I'm Mernaysa Rivera from the Somerville Chamber of Commerce.
So this month we are featuring a sort of ad hoc theme of New School Year, New You. It's been a little bit into the school year now. We're almost at the end of fall, heading towards the holiday season, but that's all right. We still have a lot of great things to show you. If you are a fairly new resident or a student, we've got some really great businesses to showcase that we think you'll really love. If you're a longtime resident, equally as exciting for you, we've got two new businesses that we're featuring this month. Mernaysa visited Brooklyn Boulders.
Yes, it was an amazing new business. It's huge and awesome, and 25 square feet of climbing, and has a cafe, it has classes, it's just a great place. I mean, great place for the family, for your friends, and then you also went to an amazing new business in Somerville too.
I went to Hair by Christine, which is a far cry from rock climbing, but you know, you could rock climb.
This is for after.
Yeah,
this is for
get beautified afterwards. So we've got a
Yes.
lot of diverse options this month. Definitely take a look, come on back, and we'll recap them for you. Hi everybody, welcome to Hair by Christine. We're at 217 Highland Ave, right in between City Hall and Davis Square, and I'm here with Patrick. Thanks for having us, Patrick.
Thanks.
So we're going to talk a little bit, obviously, about the hair salon today. It's our first show coming back from the summer break, as you've heard in the intro, so this is our sort of new school year, new you type deal of a show. This is a really great salon, and actually you haven't been at Highland Ave too long, right? You moved from a different location?
Correct. We used to be at 587 Somerville Ave. We were there for about 6 months, and then there was a bit of a problem, so we just had to move locations, but it was definitely an awesome move. This is a much better location, a bigger space, better visibility, and a much better neighborhood.
That's great, and it's really in a visible spot. It's been a clothing store. This space has been any number of things in the last couple of years that I can remember, and this one's definitely the most noticeable when you drive by. It's great colors, as you can see from all the shots in here. It's blue outside, it's blue inside. It's awesome. I love it. How long has the business been in operation? Was it Somerville Ave the first spot?
Yes, it was. It was opened on December 9th, 2011. Christine opened it after working for 10 years in Somerville at various places, and she finally got to open her own shop. And we were there for 6 months and then just moved here.
That's great. And you guys are Somerville natives, both of you, right?
Yes, actually, pretty much the whole staff is pretty local. One of our stylists is from Medford, and our assistants are definitely local as well.
You don't get a lot of that around. I think a lot of, well, we have a lot of local businesses. Obviously, we've featured a lot of them. But I think the fact that most of your staff, if not all of them, are from here is really great. You get clientele, I'm sure. You come to a hair salon, you chat a lot. You probably come in and talk to people that you didn't know that you have connections with. So I think that's probably really great for your client base, right?
Absolutely. Because Somerville has so many people from everywhere, a lot of our clients are so surprised to hear that all of us are from this area, and they're definitely pleased to see that.
That's awesome. So as far as the salon goes, obviously you've got a range of services. Is it a salon that specializes in, you know, cuts and blow dries, more updos? Is there one particular area that people really kind of gravitate to you for?
We are a full service salon. We do full color and full cuts as well. We do specialize in updos and formal events. All of us are very skilled in those services, and it's what we love to do. We love doing formal event hair.
That's great. And if people want to...
Cut for a sec. We didn't start.
Am I good? Okay. Oh, that's awesome. And if people wanted to see examples or learn more about the services, you have a website?
Yes, it's hairbychristineandco.com. We have plenty of pictures from all of our stylists showing what we've done, haircuts, colors, updos, as well as new services such as balayage, which is a new technique of highlighting that we've learned recently, and it's become so popular, and we love doing it.
That's really neat. I'm just curious, what is it?
Balayage is a way of highlighting the hair. It's almost like a mix between highlights and ombre. Mm-hmm. Ombre is where it gets lighter at the ends and it's very dark at the roots. But it's not the typical way of highlighting where you have the standard foils back to back and it comes out very stripy. It almost gives the hair a glow. And it's hand painted, so it's very customizable to each client and their haircut.
Interesting. So if I come back on the next episode and I've got color, you'll know why, since this episode is getting me very intrigued. So this area obviously has a lot of students, a lot of young professionals. It's really eclectic. It sounds like, or it looks like you're catering to a younger crowd, and I think the students would fit right in here. But how do you like the area overall? Do you get a lot of students? How is this area really working out for the business?
We certainly do get a lot of students. We noticed at the end of August, beginning of September, we get like a mad rush of students and teachers too. It's amazing. Students and teachers both need their hair done for the first day of school. It's amazing. But we love it. It definitely keeps new people coming in all the time. Every year we noticed that we got a huge group of people last year at this time, and we got a huge group of people around this time this year, and it's great.
Do you see those new clients that come in around that time, are they sort of returning throughout the year, or how does that work out?
I noticed last year that we had a lot of people continue to come, and then of course they kind of dwindled down towards summer, and then I've had a few people come back this fall.
That's really neat, and like we said, it is a really prime location. It's on a bus route. It's in between, not just two major squares, but it's sort of central to a lot of different locations. So you really, you could come here for a haircut, walk to Davis Square, get something to eat and a coffee, see the area. I think that you guys have capitalized on a really great thing. But for those people who do want to go get a bite to eat and then walk up the street, what are your hours?
We are open Tuesday through Friday from 10:30 until 8 o'clock, which is really great because a lot of people can't do before working hours are over. And then we're open from 9 to 5 on Saturday.
That's great. And the website is hairbychristine.com?
Hairbychristineandco.com.
Ah, so close. I've actually visited it, and the stuff on the website is really great. I would encourage you to check it out because there's a lot of great stuff on there. It's really comprehensive with examples of their work, and it really, we wanted to come here because I looked at the website and I said, we got to go there. I want to learn more about them. You may see me back here. So definitely check out their website, stop on by, see Patrick, see Christine, some of the other local staff, and check it out. It's really great in here.
We also have a Facebook page, so if you just look up Hair by Christine and Co., that also has a wide array of pictures of stuff that we've done. And we're also on Yelp, so if you want to read any testimonials from our clients, feel free to look that up.
And help out our local businesses. Thanks so much, Patrick, for having us. It was really great. I do really encourage people to get down here and check it out because Patrick's really great. The staff here is awesome. The place is awesome. You just got to come in and see it for yourself. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I am really actually intrigued about this balayage treatment. Can you tell me what I'm looking at the thing? I'm trying to figure out how it's different from regular highlighting.
So the way that it's different from regular highlighting is that it's hand painted onto the hair. So it gives it many different tones, and it gets heavier towards the end opposed to very perfect stripes that are all one color.
Okay.
And the word balayage is French for the verb to sweep, because it's a very sweeping motion. We actually learned this this past May by George Papadopoulos, who is actually the hairdresser from LA who does all the Kardashians' hair, and this is the hottest look right now. It's on everybody you see with highlights in Hollywood. They're getting this done.
I feel very cultured after that. Let me ask you this then, because I've tried to highlight my hair and it's too dark, and I always get like red, rusty tint. So if I were to do this, what would you recommend so that it didn't look really, really gross?
The nice thing is it is a gradual thing, so that you would start off going a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter. Mm-hmm. And of course, Do you have color in your hair now?
No.
Okay, perfect. You can actually do this with color opposed to bleaching, which bleaching is what probably causes all that red tones to come out.
Okay.
So we would use an ash color to cut all that out, and it would be beautiful.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to try that. I did it once and it was really, really beautiful. But now I'm like staring at this like, ooh, which one would I want?
And one of the best parts about it is it's so low commitment because you have darker roots to begin with. So as it grows out, you don't get that harsh line right at the root, and you can let it grow out and do it once or twice a year.
If that doesn't help you know how knowledgeable the staff is, then I feel like I'm not even on camera anymore. We could do this all day. So we should probably stop. And that was awesome. And I may actually come back to do it because that's really great.
Awesome. Can't wait to see you.
Hello everyone, I'm here at 12A Tyler Street in Somerville, Massachusetts at amazing Brooklyn Boulders gym. I'm here with Jesse, Levin, and what an amazing place, Jesse. Tell me about Brooklyn Boulders.
First of all, thanks for coming. We're glad to have you. Brooklyn Boulders, we opened up about 3 months ago, and it's this massive experiment where climbing happens to be what we do. But it's this incredible space we've worked to open up to the community to facilitate local artists and local businesses and to bring everyone together around the sport of climbing.
It's an amazing place to be, and the first Brooklyn Boulders was in
Brooklyn, in Gowanus Park. Yep.
Oh wow! So Somerville is just perfect, like you said, flow into.
Somerville is the Brooklyn of Boston, and the community here. I mean, take a walk around. I mean, the restaurants. People are biking everywhere. It's full of creativity.
And one of the things about this rock climbing gym is the challenge, but also the art around it. So inspiring.
We really work to provide a space to the local community. We don't want to come in and say, we're a rock climbing gym and this is how we do it. We say, look, we have 40,000 square feet. Climbing happens to be what attracts people, but we have massive space for pop-up art, and we work to support local businesses and initiatives any way that anybody wants to leverage us and use our space to interact with the community or to facilitate their respective initiative. We do everything that we can to empower them.
That's awesome. In fact, you guys have office space for new businesses, isn't that right?
We do. We're actually in the process of launching our active collaborative workspace, which is on top of the country's largest bouldering wall, and slightly different than your typical collaborative workspace. And here, in order to get permission to use it, you've got to stand at the stand-up desks and do push-ups or do pull-ups, and it's really designed for the active, super energetic person to come in and blur the lines between work, life, and play, as we like to say. So.
And all complementing each other. That's amazing.
We've got guys coming here who are working on their spreadsheets, and then they jump off and they go climb up the wall, or they take a yoga class, or they sit in the sauna, or they grab a coffee, and they can really do everything under one roof. So it's kind of this crazy amalgamation of activity and creativity.
Now you said there was the largest boulder in America, and then this is the largest rock climbing gym in this area.
Definitely in this area, and it's one of the largest in the country.
That's amazing. Oh my God! So let's go check this out. It's amazing. Hello everyone, I'm here with Chris Ryan, who's the Chief Developing Officer of Brooklyn Boulders, and he's also responsible for this amazing design here. Thank you for being with us today.
My pleasure.
So tell us, what inspired this design and the layout of Brooklyn Boulders?
When we were designing the gym, our biggest concern was just how the climbing walls and the other rooms and architecture relate to each other, and the movement through the gym. So if you're a climber, or if you're here to work out, or if you're here just to work up in our workspace, the way that they all are stacked and built around each other, they're very coordinated and integrated so that the spaces are connected but also have areas that are a little more private, a little bit more open. So we have our big bouldering wall that is set up for big competitions and there's a lot of space, but then we also have more private teaching areas that have a little bit more privacy for people learning to climb, and they might not want as much exposure as climbing on a 20-foot bouldering wall. And at the same time, we've tried to connect the whole space. So it's 300 feet long from end to end, and you can see through the whole building. So our big window on Park Street, you can see right when you come into the main space. But at the same time, there's all these sort of nooks and crannies that are around the towers and kind of out of the way. So if you want to be on the big, tall 50-foot walls, you can do that. But there's also, more private areas for events and learning and things like that.
That's amazing. And learning like yoga classes, I understand.
Yep, we have yoga and fitness and treadmills and all sorts of stuff.
That's awesome. I even saw like a treadmill desk.
Yep, yeah, working treadmills, if you want to do a little bit of work.
And then,
workout.
that's awesome. In fact, we're right behind the working area that Jesse else you want to mention?
That's right, yeah. We've got our collaborative workspace on top of the boulder. And that's sort of an evolving space that you can come in and work. There's internet and power and seating and all sorts of different places to work around the gym. So if you want to come in and get a little bit of work done, I work here a lot, and then it's a nice way to kind of keep up on things and go do some climbing.
In addition to the amazing design, one of the most beautiful things is the amazing art here. How did that come about?
Well, Gavin, Heverly, our Chief Operating Officer, can explain a little bit of that, but it's been a collaboration with a variety of artists.
That's amazing. So tell us a little bit about that. I see the tag and
Yeah, we were very fortunate to connect with some local artists here in the Boston area that were very excited about the space and about the opportunity to have a huge canvas in order to sort of showcase their talents. And so we invited a bunch of different artists to come in, and I mean, there's walls in here that are 45 feet tall, 30 feet wide, and for a lot of these guys to just have the opportunity to come in, showcase their art, and have it somewhere permanent that's indoors that lots of people are going to see it, and to be able to come in and do their art. A lot of these guys are graffiti artists, and a lot of the places where they're constantly being chased out, it's constantly being covered up, etc. So the ability to come in and have a 50-foot by 20-foot canvas that they can utilize and have is great. So we had really, really good reception. All the guys were really excited to come in and do it, and we're very, very fortunate to have been able to find the artist that we did, and it's given the place a really unique flavor, I think, that really changes the dynamic as opposed to like a typical fitness or climbing facility, for sure. Yeah.
Definitely. In fact, you collaborated with some local artists from the area, like next door.
Yep, some of the people from the Artisans Asylum. You can kind of see behind us this steel sculpture over here. There's some more of those as well. We're done by a lady over at the Artisans Asylum. We're standing right above some photographs that were taken by someone that's over at the Artisans Asylum as well. We have our bike racks that are down in the entrance. We have about 50 indoor bike parking spaces, and those bike racks were handcrafted out of steel tubing by somebody next door as well. So we very much have come into the community and sort of embraced the incredible talent and art that exists in the community and brought it into this space to share it with everybody that comes in.
That's amazing. And it's no problem to fill these walls with the amazing art around here.
Not at all. I mean, I think the one thing that we're almost struggling with right now is we have other artists that want to come in and get involved, and we're trying to figure out places for them to go and figure out a rotation of some kind. And a lot of the artists that have come in and put things up are actually very open to the idea of having theirs kind of covered up in 6 months or a year and coming in and redoing something new so that it always stays fresh.
That's nice. That's amazing. This is why it's the best place in Somerville, guys. If you haven't been here, you're missing out. I'm telling you. I'm a fan. It's amazing. I'll be coming here very often. So here, let's. One of the things is rock climbing may seem a little bit, challenging, but it's actually for any one of us can try this. So in fact, I'm gonna go and be a guinea pig and try it out because it's actually amazing and a great workout and inspiring. Helps you think and get your blood flowing, right? Then hence this place is just perfect because you can get everything.
Yep. Climbing is an unbelievable activity. It's working out without really realizing you're working out. You'll realize tomorrow morning when you wake up that you were working out, but it's very different than sort of traditional fitness where you're kind of picking heavy things up and putting them back down. You're really using a lot of mental skills. You're sort of overcoming fear. You're putting a puzzle together. You're using muscles in your body that you didn't really realize you had. It's balance, it's agility, it's technique. So it's a very holistic exercise, not unlike dance or yoga or something like that, where it's a lot more than just muscle isolation and things like that you experience in traditional fitness. So it's really exciting. I think you're gonna have a great time.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Sure, yeah.
before we go rock climbing, just to show you like what a place of innovation Brooklyn Boulders is, we have in here in Somerville a known invention that we're going to feature only in Talking Business first. Here is Mike Brown, who is the head of Alpine Hammock, and he is going to show us his creative innovation, and his office is right here at Brooklyn Boulders. So thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for being, and if you want to show us your amazing invention.
Sure. So this is the Alpine Hammock. It's an ultralight hybrid tent hammock shelter. We ran a Kickstarter campaign a year ago that's allowed us to become a company and bring this product to the market. And so right now we do most of our work out of the Brooklyn Boulders co-working space, and we're in a space where we can climb and exercise, and we really feel that fitness inspires creativity, and so it's the perfect place for us to launch our startup.
That's amazing. In fact, you have it on display here at Brooklyn Boulders. Right?
Yeah, so we have our Alpine Hammock on display. We're about ready to start taking pre-orders. And so it's essentially a hammock tent hybrid that you can use in the trees as a hammock or as a tent on the ground. And so the bottom is waterproof and the top is a waterproof breathable. So there's lots of airflow inside of the shelter.
And it's super incredibly comfortable, and you can come here and try it out. And you went to Tufts, you're from the area, you've been here and how did you think of this?
So me and my partner, Ryan Stolp, we both went to Tufts University. We're both engineers and both rock climbers and ice climbers. And so we noticed that, we couldn't bring our hammocks with us on, the intense adventures in New England up on places like Mount Washington. So they're more of leisure activities, hammock camping. And so we wanted a hammock that was more rugged, but still had the comfort of a hammock with the rigor of a bivy sack or a one-person tent.
Nice. That's amazing. Congratulations on continuing your dream. I know this is going to be an amazing success.
Thank you.
And in fact, he's going to show me how to rock climb. So you can come over to Brooklyn Boulders and meet Mike, who's also a manager here, and climb up any wall. You could start from beginner and all the way up to boulder. So before we go into that, there's two types of rock climbing, right?
Yeah, so there are many types of rock climbing that you can do. You can do unroped rock climbing, which is called bouldering. They're on shorter walls that don't require you to manage ropes with a partner. You can also do the auto belay, which is a machine that allows you to lower when you fall without the use of a partner. And then we have top roping, which you manage the ropes. It's called belaying. It's two people. It requires a partner. And we also have lead climbing, where as you climb, you clip in the rope to carabiners or quick draws on the wall as you climb. So there's a whole range of climbing that can be done.
That's amazing. That's amazing. In fact, we were watching before. There was a crane here. What was the crane doing?
So essentially, each of the rock climbs are puzzles that you have to solve first with your mind and then with your body. And so we have route setters who are here full-time, creating routes for people to climb and enjoy. And each route has a different flavor and a different style and a different technique for all ability levels. So it's a really fun type of workout that's constantly changing, keeping your body guessing. So it's a really dynamic way to exercise.
That's amazing. And can you give us some more information first of how to get in contact, be a member of Brooklyn Boulders?
First thing I'd recommend coming to Brooklyn Boulders is just to physically come here to 12A Tyler Street in Somerville and just come take a tour and come check the place out. We're on Facebook, lots of cool images there, but nothing replaces being in the space and coming to check it out. So I encourage everybody to just come hang out for a while.
I cannot agree more, and that's one of the reasons why the Somerville Chamber of Commerce honored Brooklyn Boulders on Powderhouse Award Small Business of the Year. You have to come down and check this out. In addition, what about Alpine Hammock? How, if anyone's interested with this amazing innovation, how would they get a hold of you?
So essentially, you can find Alpine Hammock on Facebook, on Twitter. We also have a website, alpinehammock.com, and we're about ready to start doing pre-orders. And if you want to come hang out, literally, you can come hang out in Brooklyn Boulders. We have our hammocks up.
Nice.
So come on down and say hi.
Okay, awesome. Let's go rock climbing.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Come here. So, ready? This is so. If I can do this, anyone can. Okay.
Then you just cinch it up.
Okay. And then what do you do?
Pull this. Yep.
Okay.
And so just yank that back. Make sure it's nice and tight.
Hold on. We're good?
Excellent. And then you can do the same for your leg loops and tighten those up.
Leg loops, I feel like a flight attendant.
Great.
That's
So then,
awesome.
one more cinch on the waist, and then you'll be all set.
I don't think I could do. Oh yeah, I
There you
can.
go. Nice. Perfect. All right. So we'll get you set up with the auto belay first.
Oh.
And I can kind of hold the ropes out of the way.
So we're doing auto belay first.
So essentially, the auto belay is connected to a machine at the top that brings the rope with you as you climb, and when you fall, it'll lower you, automatically at a steady rate down to the ground.
Nice.
So the plus side is that you don't need a partner in order to come in and come climbing.
Oh, cool. So
Excellent. So here's a clip that is an auto-locking carabiner, and you can clip it directly to your harness, and you check to make sure that it's locked. And then once your harness is all set and you're double backed on your harness, you'll be all set to go climbing. And you're locked, so you look good. And so what I would recommend is climbing this this black route here, and just follow that on the way up. And when you fall, it'll just so when you fall, make sure to keep your feet out against the wall,
okay,
so that you are protecting yourself from
hitting the
yeah,
wall.
exactly,
Okay, feet and not the arms.
exactly.
Okay, so we'll start here.
And so
With
you
the
start with your
black
hands
one.
on the black, exactly.
It's awesome and very comfortable floor.
Very good.
Oh my god, that's awesome. And then, see, that was really, really cool. Thank you. This is the best place on earth, I'm telling you. It's right on Somerville. It's creative, it's fun, it's energetic, it's just amazing. Thank you so much for showing us. And oh my god, and thank you so much, guys. If you haven't been here, please come to 12A Tyler Street. This is going to be Somerville's best. Thank you so much.
Definitely. Glad to have you. Thank you.
Thank you for being here with us. Bye. Definitely, let's do this. Because this is the typical, this is the one oh my god, I did that. No worries. That's awesome.
Yeah, that one's not even the easiest one that we have. That's like level 3.
Really? This is so cool. So I just go and, oh yeah. We are on belay right now. You just saw me do it by myself with an auto belay machine. Now here, Mike, my partner and instructor here, he's gonna belay me. So if I fall, he's got me. And this is what you could do with your friend as well, or you can do it by yourself. And then there is the bouldering, which is really difficult, but it's really fun and amazing. So I'm gonna give back the mic to Steve. And
So you're going to climb the blue this time. Very cool.
Yes! Yes!
Very good.
Nice!
You're a pro.
Oh, that was good. Thank you. That was so much fun.
Very cool.
That was awesome. Best sport ever. If I could do this, anybody can do this. Second time I've done this. I've never been up a rope this high. That's why thank you so much for coming, being here in Somerville, being here at our show, and for our fans. Come on down. This is so much fun. So thank you guys, and see you soon. Thank you.
So I'm sure you got quite a lot out of those two businesses that we featured this month. They're really, really great. The staff at both places is amazing. Hair by Christine, which I had the pleasure to visit, they're really young, really energetic. A lot of them, as you heard in the segment, are either Somerville residents, grew up here, or they're really local. So they really know the community and want to serve the community members that are here. They've got a lot of students coming through there. It's in a great location. You should definitely check it out. Even if, walking by, they capture your attention because it's bright colors and you can see the staff and what they do, and they're really, really talented and great. So check them out for sure.
That's amazing. And after being beautiful and happy, and you can also check out being fit and going to this amazing facility. It is huge. It's brand new in Somerville. It is so innovative. There's so much to do. They have events, they have classes, they have a cafe area, it's just a really, really great time. So definitely check it out. It's so amazing to live in Somerville and amazing to enjoy these amazing businesses. They just started this year. It's just such a great place. Somerville's just a great place to work and live. And
there are a lot of hidden gems too, because you wouldn't notice Brooklyn Boulders. I mean, they have a great window and you can see it when you walk, but it's in a location that, unless you're driving by it, you wouldn't know it's there. They do a lot of marketing, but it's really interesting the way that they have modeled, because it's just something you wouldn't assume is in Somerville, and it's got a lot of great play in the area regionally, and they really have a lot going for them, and we wish them all the best. And same with Hair by Christine. They've moved locations once already, but they're doing so well, and I really think that both businesses are going to be here for the long term, serving residents. So
I kind of have a feeling we're going to feature them in another future
probably
Talking
love
Business.
updates, yeah,
because it's so much fun, and you could know they're going to succeed.
We'll do a recap.
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining us this month. We look forward to seeing you on future segments of Talking Business.
Lots of new stuff coming up soon. See you soon.